Street Stocks. Murray and Hoagie will lead him off to turn 2.
Billy Hogue takes him in the turns 3 and 4 with the M1 of Brad Murray, the Brian's Tire sponsored machine on the outside. Coming around to see who will be lap 1. It'll be the M1 of Murray in the turn 1.
They made contact at the end of the first lap in turn number 3. Off of turn 2, here they come, it's Murray. Oh, Bleach goes around in front of the field. He gets collected by Bigelow. Disher and Becker still wrecking down the back straightaway. Through the cloud of dust, everybody makes it through.
It looked like Billy Bleach just lost it himself there, Clinton, as he was coming around turn 2. Got her full circle. Bigelow having heavy contact. He's heading over the side of turn 3, going to head to the pit area, as well as the 16 of Brett Robbins.
And out of this car, he is definitely done and will have big work ahead of him to get ready for tomorrow's duel on the dirt at Merrittville. With the rear end out of this car, Alan Slade, a top 5 runner in this region, will have some work ahead of him here this evening. Here we go. We've got 1 lap on the board. A bunch still ahead of us here in the Brian's Tire Repair Street Stocks Division's version of the All Canadian Championships. Murray and Hoagie, Pierce, Knapp, and Fontaine.
Murray in the M1 takes him into turns 1. Silly Billy Hogue on the outside. Then on the inside, it's the 88 is Shayne Pierce, the Fonz, and the 1 as they battle down into turns 3 and 4.
Murray all alone out in front. Shayne Pierce maintaining second. Then Hoagie with Fontaine and Knapp. Behind them, Brad Sheehan, Israel, Fargnoli, Anderson, Kokrick, and Disher, the top 10.
As they work their way around, Murray's through your lead. Pierce sitting in their second. Billy Hogue now regulated back to third. The Fonz to fourth. And look at Brad Sheehan, Mr. BS, working his way on the inside. That Brian's Tire machine as Murray makes his way down the front straightaway.
Rob Murray trying to get out in front of the Pierce 88 as far as he can. Bleach makes his return, but he'll be down a couple laps here in the 108 as he's got problems again. A right rear flat on the McDonald's 108.
So is the 108 of Billy Bleach, tries to make it back on. He'll be regulated. Yellow on the track. We got a couple of cars around there. Looks to be the 5 of Dykstra probably, and the 41 of Thompson got together on the outside of turn 2.
Again, Shayne Pierce on the inside, Murray up on the high line, and they work for Pierce here, but Murray maintains the lead through 1 and 2.
Right behind them, Silly Billy Hogue still in that 48H, but look at Shayne in the 56. He's moving up as well as Jaron Israel in that 10. He's on the inside to Fines. Napper makes it 3 wide into turns 3 and 4, taking the inside. Your leader, Shayne Pierce, on a turn 4.
Pierce gets the bite down low ahead of him, Murray M1. He'll bring Billy Hogue along with them as well. And if you recall, Hoagie and Murray had trouble there last week, and somebody went hard off the backside of 2.
I did it too, Clinton, but didn't catch the numbers. He comes back on. Looked to be the
37 of Jeremy Bean.
Your leader, Shayne Pierce. Billy Hogue still in second. Murray now back to third. Shayne in fourth. Knapp up to fifth. Jaron Israel in sixth. Cardinoli sixth and seventh. The Fonz in 8. Anderson in ninth. And Disher, no, your top 10 into turn 3.
Tyler Anderson loose in turn 2. That brings Kokrick, Disher, and back all right together into turn number 3.
Pierce still your leader in that 88. Billy Hogue trying to work his way around him, taking the same line as well as Murray. Lots of laps left to go here, though. The 56 is she is still in fourth. Knapp in fifth. The leader to you, Clinton, in turn 3.
Down along the bottom, it's the Grassworks 88 Pro Act 88 Monte Carlo machine of Shayne Pierce. He's pulling ahead of the Dane City Auto Sales machine of Billy Hogue, and we got trouble in 2 with Murray Nichols the wrong way.
So Mitchell brings out the caution with green flag racing. Pierce on the inside. Look at Billy Hogue go. He's putting the pedal to the metal on the outside. Shayne now in the mix of thing. They're 4 wide on a turn 2 down the back straightaway.
Murray right there applying pressure to the back end of the Shayne Pierce 88 car. Billy Hogue up high. Brad Sheehan in the fight now. He'll take 5th spot away from Jaron Israel. Tyler Anderson stopped on the bottom of turn 3 and 4.
As they work their way around it, still Pierce sees Scott Murray though right on his rear end. Hogue taking the high side yellow once again as we got the 9 of Tyler Anderson around in turns 3 and 4, brings out the yellow.
Well, they were waving for him to get going, but as soon as the yellow came out, Anderson got it in gear and pulled away. set the roll here is Shayne Pierce, Murray, Hogue, Knapp, and Jaron Israel on the loud pedal. Green flag comes out again.
Pierce takes him into turns 1 and 2 on the inside. Murray looking to get that lead back on the outside. They're nose to nose as they head down that back straightaway. And look at Billy Hogue. He's right in the mix of things too into turn 3.
Kevin Knapp got loose there now. Jaron Israel pushes him into turn number 3. Israel applying all kinds of pressure on the Knapp number 4.
Oh, Knapp almost gets around there. Israel giving him a little push there. We got big contact here on the wall right in front of us to tire off as the car heads over the top side of turn 1.
That's going to take out a bus windshield or something over there.
It's slowing down, I believe, clear, Clint.
Shayne Pierce trying to make it 2 weeks in a row and grab the All Canadian Championship away from the veteran Bob Murray.
On the outside, Murray in the M1, the 88 of Shayne Pierce, and the 48 of Billy Hogue, the 4K of Knapp, and the 10 of Israel. They battle. That's your top 5 cars. Pierce going to lead them out of turn 4 and down the front straightaway.
Jaron Israel all over the back end of Kevin Knapp again. Knapp not going to be liking that too much, but that's what happens when you're at the front and fast. But again, Israel leading on Knapp, shoves him up the track.
Israel making a good move there, and that Billy Hogue right on that rear bumper of the 88 of Shayne Pierce, pushing him around into turns 3 and 4. He's going to take second away from Murray as they head into turns 1 and 2. 12 laps completed, 18 to go.
Keep your eye on the battle for 4th with Kevin Knapp and Jaron Showtime Israel. They have been pounding on each other, and now Israel gets loose. Knapp pulls away.
Knapp maintaining that 4th position. Now it's a battle between Fonz and Jaron Israel for 5th and 6th as Pierce maintains that lead over silly Billy Hogue and Murray, last year's All-Canadian champion here at the new Humberstone Speedway as they head down the back straightaway.
It's Pierce, Hogue, Murray, Knapp, and Fontaine right now as the advantage goes. Here they come down the straightaway off of 4.
The top 3 starting to pull away now from the rest of the field. Knapp in that 4th position, probably about 10-15 car lengths behind that pack of Billy Hogue, Murray, and your leader Shayne Pierce into turn 3.
Pierce with a 1 car length advantage as they come around to the halfway point. 15 down, 15 to go for the leader Shayne Pierce.
Working his way into turns 1 is your leader. Pierce is 1st, Hogue 2nd, Murray 3rd, Knapp 4th, Fontaine 5th. Now 6th is Shayne, 7th is Jaron Israel, 8th is Cochran, 9th is Fergnoli, and the 01 of Beck, your top 10 as your leader works his way around turn 4.
Rob Murray hanging on the rear bumper of the Hogue 48H. Now Hogue looked like he was going to go to the outside. Thought better of him, will back it up a little bit.
The 3 continue to pull away from the rest of the pack. Pierce leading the way as he works his way around turns 3 and 4. This time by, he'll have 17 laps completed, 13 to go in the All-Canadian Championship.
Shayne Pierce finished 2nd to Billy Hogue at the Outlaw Show on Tuesday at Osh Weekend. Would like to reverse the order here tonight and keep that 88 car in front for the victory lane shot.
So as Pierce tries to pull away from Hogue, Hogue maintaining about that 1.5 car length laps as now Pierce will be able to pull away a little more, as well as Murray losing his strength as Pierce plays him around 1 and 2 and heads down that back straightaway.
Down the backstretch, Pierce looking pretty good right now, but Hogue and Murray, 2 veterans, just not letting them get too far out in front. 11 laps to go.
Pierce brings him down now about a 5 car length lead over the 48H of Billy Hogue of the Dane City, Ontario. Rob Murray behind him in that M1 Brian's Tire Response Machine in 3rd. A battle now with the 1 of Fontaine and Knapp coming out of turn 2.
Good battle there between those 2 guys as Knapp will succumb 5th place and move the Fontaine 1J up to 4th. Leader Shayne Pierce out front by a good margin, now ahead of Billy Hogue with 9 laps to go.
The first lap car there he might encounter will be Tom Pierce out of Port Colborne in that 30 car. He's on the high side getting the lap traffic sign from starter Chris Wittes. Pierce takes him into turn 1, 9 laps to go.
As Pierce gets underneath the Jordan Fiddler 22, the leaders come underneath the lap cars without issue right now for Pierce and Hogue at least.
If Pierce can get by them, the next lap car would be the 22 before this lap. Finishes races in 8 laps. Pierce, your leader.
Pierce about 2 car lengths in front of the Hogue 48H. Murray now third, fourth. Fontaine with Knapp challenging for that position.
Tommy Pierce, the lap car in a 30, went over the high side of turn 2. Haven't seen him come back on the track yet. Your leader, Shayne Pierce, down the front straightaway into turn 1. Billy Hogue second, Murray third. In fourth would be the Fontaine car, V1, and then the 4K of Knapp, your leader out of turn 2.
Good battles all the way around the track from 6th to 10th. And they are looking for the quick way around here. 6 laps to go for Shayne Pierce.
Shayne Pierce maintaining that same lead he has for the last 5 or 6 laps over Billy Hogue. Hogue closing in a little on turns 1 and 2, but Pierce pulls away out of turn 2 into turn 3.
Nobody able to run with Pierce on the bottom right now, even though he looks so good on the top. The bottom is where it's at for the Grassworks 88 of Shayne Pierce. Stretching it out now ahead of Billy Hogue and Rob Murray.
Shayne Pierce getting ready to approach the next lap car at 22K as Pierce will work the inside of him into turns 3 and 4. The lap car stays high, gets a little way there, and Shayne Pierce, see if Billy Hogue can close in on him as the yellow comes out. We got the 22 around on the high side of turns 1 and 2.
Wow, Jordan Fiddler with problems up there, the newcomer. Rookie competitor with trouble on the high side of turn number 2.
Clint and Jim going back a few laps, you remember?
5 laps to go for your leader, Shayne Pierce. 5 laps for Billy Hogue and Rob Murray to get him off his pedestal here.
Oh, the 48 with Billy Hogue right on the back of Pierce. Tries to give him a little tap out of turns 1 and 2. He gets loose. So does the M1. He gets spun by Fontaine. Knapp tries to get around here. And a little contact from Coquart. Coquart gets into the L1 of Barry Beck on the outside of the turn 2. Caution on the track.
And both of the Bryans Tire turn 4 collision cars are collected here on the bottom side of 2.
Major benefactor, and that was the 90 Vince Ferragnoli. Made a beautiful move in getting around the traffic before the yellow come out.
Fargnoli and Kokirk now inside the top 5.
Billy Hogue again right on that rear bubble. Pierce into turns 1 and 2. Look at Vince Fargnoli. He's going to take the high side around. He looks to have a little bite. Can he keep it on the high side? He can. Pierce pulls away into turn 3.
Shayne Pierce and Billy Hogue battle for the low portion of the speedway surface. Fargnoli trying to rock the top here. Oh, Jeremy Bean gets turned around. Jeremy turn number 4 gets going again. We will stay under green.
Fargnoli still trying to work that high side, but it's going to allow the 7 of Coquart to try to pinch underneath him. Shayne Pierce, your leader this time by. He's going to get the 2 to go side from starter Chris Wood.
Shayne Pierce down the front stretch. He's got just 2 laps to go here ahead of the Dane City Dominator, Billy Hogue. Hogue now on the back bumper of Pierce. Jordan Fiddler around in turn 4. That will bring out the yellow as the leaders bear down.
Be 2 laps to go as we got the 22 around again. Clinton, it's going to be an exciting finish here as it was in the minis.
Go. 2 laps to go for the Bryant Tire Repair Street Stocks All Canadian Championships. It's Pierce, Hogue, and Fargnoli for 2 more laps.
Pierce takes him down that front straightaway. Silly Billy Hogue on the outside. Look at Fargnoli though. He's going to try it on the high side again. This time it stays McSormano, unable to pull away, but look at Billy Hogue. He's pushing Pierce into turn 3.
Pushing him all the way down the back straightaway, trying to lift him up off the bottom just a little bit. White flag now for Shayne Pierce.
Shayne Pierce able to pull away about 1 car length. He just needs to make it 4 more turns to be the 2009 All-Canadian champion. Here's Billy Hogue on his tail, down to Euclid in turn 3.
Pierce pulls away to a big margin into turn number 3. He will get it done from here. Here he comes off turn 4. Shayne Pierce, the 2009 All-Canadian champ. Hoagie second, Fargnoli, Kokrick now the top 5. Beck, Anderson, Murray, Granton, and Sheehan, your unofficial top 10.
Vince Fargnoli, Kevin Kokrick, and Kevin Knapp.
Well, we got a little story to tell you, too, when Shayne Pierce gets around here. Something that happened today on the way to the track that I know about. I don't know if he knows it, but Shayne Pierce is going to make his way down here quick. It's the Act Roofing Indexable Cutting Tools Grassworks Pro Ace 88 of Shayne Pierce, the 2009 All-Canadian champion here at the new Humberstone Speedway. Getting his race gear off there. Works his way out of the car and
well, Jim, he's saying, I can't believe the car was in the ditch earlier today. He's going to tell us what happens. How about it for Shayne Pierce, your 2009 All-Canadian Championship?
Great run for Shayne. Shayne's had a great week in that stuff. We had a great, lot of great fun we had this week together in that stuff off of this weekend, but you're having better fun today. I know what happened today. On the way here, after you went to get the car washed up and that stuff, you had a little episode on the way. You want me to tell him or I'll let you tell him?
We got the chain attached to the trailer, and chain's attached to the front of the car, and the part of the trailer broke, and the car rolled off the back of the trailer into the ditch, hit a culvert 10 feet in the air, and crashed in a bunch of railroad ties. My dad got in it, put it back on the trailer. It was destroyed before we even got to the track. Had to pour power it in pits, come out here. I can't even believe this car works. Like, I can't even believe this. This car just worked great. I can't believe how it hugged the bottom like that. I got to let it fall off the trailer more often, man.
Maybe going through that bitch helped you out today.
Bent it the right way. Keep it that way.
Yeah, there you go. Shayne Pierce, as you said, folks, let's give him a big hand here. 2009 All-Canadian champion, the Indexable Cutting Tools. As mentioned, went to wash the car today. On the way back, the J-hook on the back of the car broke. Car fell off the trailer going down Highway 3, through the culvert, up in the air, landed in some farmer's field on a bunch of railroad ties. They had to fix the car tonight at the track to race and find himself on victory lane. The 88 of Shayne Pierce, your 2009 Street Stocks champion.
I got Billy Hogue here. Billy, a tight run, man. You pretty much knocked the bumper off Pierce as much as you could that entire race, but still pretty much raced him clean. Talk about your seat here in second place.
Yeah, we just had the tire pressure a little low at the beginning of the race. Couldn't get the bite we wanted. We had to wait for the tire pressure to come back up. Shayne's a good driver. I wasn't going to spin him to take the win. It's slick on the high side. Can't do nothing on the high side, so we just stay on the bottom, bay our time. Hopefully, he would have screwed up, and we would have been there to take the win. But he was flawless, so here we are in second.
Sometimes, Hoagie, you just got to wait for that break. Sometimes you wait. Here's a guy who got a big break, though. Vince Fargnoli running third. Vince, they all crashed there with a couple laps to go, and all of a sudden, you're a challenger on the high side. Had there been a bite, you might have had something for them. Talk about your run in third here tonight.
1 and 2, I had no bite, but I didn't want to lose my line. 3 and 4, I had a really good, strong run coming off, but they were fighting down low. I stayed high. Nobody else was running up there, so I thought, hey, what the hell, stay up there.
Good run, third place, Vince Fargnoli. Congratulations here tonight. How about it, folks, for all our Brian's Tire Repair Street Stocks and our All-Canadian champion, Shayne Pierce.